Hello to you today, ladies and gentlemen, young adults, youths and children, and all of you in between. Welcome to the Suburban Moor Show. It's fantastic to be here. And have we got a splendid half hour ahead? Coming up shortly, we have a guest who is quite simply out of our world. Or, if not out of it, then certainly at odds with it. First, though, and without delay, let's reveal the answers to last week's quiz, which are... Drum roll, please. Drum roll, please. Elliot, pull your face out of that sandwich.
Not a sandwich, it's a slice of sponge roll.
Elliot, the drum roll, please.
I can't play drumstick.
Come on, get with it. Just push the button. It's pre-recorded.
Oh, yeah. Remember that. Hold on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the answers to last week's quiz are... Button!
Hold on.
Press the button!
Where is it?
Directly in front of you, marked drum roll.
Not this thing.
Is it in front of you?
Yeah, it's next to me flask.
Is it marked drum roll?
Yes, it is.
Is it a button?
It is.
Well then, that's it. That's the button right in front of you that you press to start the drum roll.
I'm with you, right? Yeah, you're rushing before.
And I wonder why I've had a heart attack. The answers to last week's quiz are... Is this deliberate?
Now.
Yes! Push the button!
Oh dear!
What are you doing?
No, just a minute.
Elliot, what have you done to it? Elliot, what have you done to it? It's making a silly noise.
Drums out to Swiss roll have got inside.
Oh my goodness, turn it off!
I can't.
Turn it off! Oh my goodness!
Sparks played
Oh, the flask over it! The flask over it! Sometimes
Somebody could have drunk that tea.
somebody would have drunk that tea and you not just started a fire.
Fire? There was no fire. There was some sparks and smoke and a very strong smell of burning.
Only you could break machinery with a cake.
It's not machinery. It's just bits of metal moving about.
Pretty sure that's machinery, mate.
It didn't.
It is. It definitely is.
It didn't. Anyway, only you could have had this bloody automated tape playback device for something as simple as a drumming roll. It's absolutely ridiculous. You'll be trying to have me automised next. I said you shall be having me automated next, Bernard.
Yeah, I'm just thinking,
What?
That's not a bad idea.
I'm only joking, I didn't mean it.
All I need to do is record your voice for a stock tape and then load it into the system.
Yeah, but you couldn't.
How many words do you know?
Words? I must know 100 words.
I know one word you've never learned.
What?
Please. You never say please.
I don't need to, I always say thank you instead. Anyway, I know one word that you've never learned.
What's that then?
Sorry?
I said, what's that then?
Sorry is the word. The word is sorry. You never ever apologise.
I don't do because I have nothing to apologise for. Never have had, never ever will do. I was rather hoping it was you who would apologise to me.
Me apologise to you for what?
For what? You mean you don't know?
What?
Just look at the
What?
mess you've caused
What are you
all
looking
around
at?
and everywhere. All so
See?
easily avoidable if you'd only use a plate and eat with your mouth closed.
Well, there's no need to worry about that because I will never eat again.
Oh, the drama queen returns.
Yes, boss.
Ladies and gentlemen, the answers to last week's quiz are...
What are you waiting for now?
Just make a sound like a drum roll, a drum set, a drum kit. Like a drum
Make it sound like a drum set.
Just make a sound like a drum kit, a snare drum. Clearly has no idea what a drum kit is. Anyway, the answer to last week's quiz, the first question is Daphne. Because as you'll remember, Daphne was hiding in the headmaster's chalk cupboard at the same time Craig fell down the well. And the answer to question 2 was taxis.
Hey.
And the prize this week is a toy fox. And that's been won by Samantha and Terry from New York.
Hackney carriage.
Excuse me?
Hackney carriage, not taxis. That's your answer for number 2.
What are you talking about?
What I'm talking about is the answer is hackney carriage. That is the proper name of the taxi.
The piece of paper I was handed said taxi.
Well, then I'm afraid that the paper is wrong. You're wrong, and I'd like you to admit that you're wrong.
It's written in your writing.
Now, well, that must have been to do with something else.
No, it says answers to this week's quiz at the top of the page, also in your writing.
Are you aware of the possibility of what's generally known as being called a parallel universe?
Yeah, I think
That's
the
what we're dealing
the
with
phrase
here.
that comes to mind is clutching at straws.
No,
Look, I'd like to swiftly move on to the letters of the week, if I may,
Definitely.
before you do something like trip the power off with a pickled egg. And he's opened a packet of crisps. How predictable and perilously close to being sacked forever you are. Now, our first letter this week is from Ethel Posman. And here it is. Ethel says, Dear Sir Bernard Moore, I want to know how the heck is it possible to write in to enter any of these ruddy quiz competitions when you never give an address out? Many a time, me and my friends, April, May and June and Julie and Augusta and Septemberetta, have wanted to put pen to paper but can't because we don't know where to send it to. Think on, or else. You heard me. Yours sincerely, Mrs. Posman. Now, Mrs. Posman, the answer is very simple. What's not quite so simple is answering how you've managed to write in whilst complaining that it is in fact impossible to write in.
Hey, that sounds like fun.
Hush now. Hello, Mother?
Sir Bernard Moore, it's Ethel Posman here. Right. Now, I want to know how you expect good folks as is listening to this here programme to ring in with answers to your quizzing questions when you've never get a phone number out. It's ridiculous.
Well,
Hold
Mrs.
on, I'm burning myself.
Mrs. Posman, you see, I was just reading your letter that you had written in with, complaining about the very same thing. That...
It's not the very same thing at all. The letter were about why there's no address to write to, and this phone call is regarding why there's no phone number available to ring up.
So how have you written in with no address and rang in with no number?
Well, you see, I know where you live, and Uncle Elliot's given me your number.
Oh, he did he? I might have known that you'd be
what you
smeared
want?
in this somehow.
What do you reckon to all this, then, Uncle Elliot?
Well, it's crackers instead of me saying this to Bernard from day one. How he expects folk to put up with it, I do not
Oh,
know.
shut up, Elliot. This
Did
is
you get that thing out of Frank's neck?
They did, yes.
Right, what was it?
It was something tough at Mower. Doug had picked it up.
Can I just say that...
Where, yes,
Elliot.
just out of interest, where is he going for dogs?
Excuse
now?
me.
Oh, well, I don't know.
Excuse me.
I've tried
No,
various
I don't
places.
know.
Look, if you two are going to have a social, then do it somewhere else at another time. Elliot, use the phone in another room.
There's only one telephone.
Well, then just go outside and talk to her. She's only in the phone box across the road. I can see her through the window from here.
And I can see you now. I've seen lot. You two squabbling like a pair of drunk kids.
Hey, did you hear that? She says she can see everything.
Elliot, remind me to get a blind fitted for this window. I'm sick of people standing in that phone box, then ringing up and saying they can see us.
Instead of a blind, how about planting a tree outside and then you'll conceal the entire view?
And how long is that going to take? 10 years?
Silverbirds grow ever so fast. The silverbird
Oh,
should be
get
up
out!
like
Get
a
out!
weed in a
Take
dye.
all this food with you. It's like a rolling buffet in here. It's ridiculous.
Right, well, go there, look, yeah, will,
Yeah, go on. Do a double shufty. Go on.
Do a double shot. Oh, you want a double shot?
Go and stand in a phone box with an old woman eating parkin.
Have I to save you up here?
Oh, Take a hike photo. You're a bum. Go blow up your pants. Mrs. Posman, Elliot's coming out to see you.
Yeah, I can see him. He's little, isn't he?
He is, yes, lacking in both height and manners. Could you please ask him to save me a piece of parking? He just offered me some and I fear I was a tad hasty in declining.
Hold on, he's here now, Uncle Elliot, it's for you. Hello?
Elliot, could you save me a piece of parking after all?
Hello?
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 Elliot, could you please save me a piece?
Who's this?
What?
Who is this speaking,
Bernard.
please?
Bernard!
Who?
Bernard Moore! Your nephew, Bernard!
Oh, hello, Bernard, are you alright?
You only saw me about 10 seconds ago.
I thought you wanted to crack on with your programme.
Well, I am, yeah, but
What are you doing ringing me then?
I'm not ringing you!
Who are you on phone for then?
Because Ethel Posman rang me!
Hold on, she's here now, you can have a word.
No, Elliot, wait, that's
Hello?
Mrs. Posman, please put Elliot back on.
Who's this?
Sir Bernard Moore!
Sir Bernard Moore, right. I want a word with you regarding this ruddy quiz as you
Oh
have
my
to do.
goodness! I do not care what they say, you know. You can't whack Bourbon and Burdock, you know. Now, have you ever had your fortune told? Have you ever found yourself in a tent under a bypass on a wet bank holiday, having your palms read by a wizened old crone surrounded by peg rugs and strong lager? If, like me, you have, and it made you question everything that we're taught in junior schools, then let me ask you this. Have you ever spared a thought for these gifted, sensitive, tanned clairvoyants who walk amongst us? What are their futures? What were their pasts? When did they first discover these powerful secrets of the supernatural bestowed on them by old Mother Universe? Some people know their destiny from toddlerdom.
Some people know their destiny from toddlerdom. Some people know their destiny from toddlerdom, Joe.
And others need a helping palm. And to give us that helping palm today is a man who, through fate, fortune, or sheer bad luck, appears to follow me around with a lingering stink as grotty as pet shop toilets. Ladies and gentlemen, booked at a moment's notice when my initial guest telephoned to say they were really, really scared. Instead, we have my old nemesis from the schoolyard, Lionel Bunsey. Hello, Keiron. It's reasonably pleasant for you to be here. Thank you for standing patiently in the corner of the room.
I'm all right.
Where have you been?
I've been fast asleep.
Have you?
And then when I woke up, I've been watching these two in the...
Yeah, just ignore them. They were
in the phone box.
Yes, who knows what they're doing?
Are they doing?
Don't look at them. He's merely a distraction. They're doing it deliberately. They're doing it deliberately.
Well, I would suggest putting a tree in front of the window or
No,
something.
not you as well. You...
No.
No.
Ideal
No,
house.
what I say goes round here, and there'll be no tree. Keiron, when you arrived today, you handed me a little piece of wet cardboard, upon which, scrawled in green biro, were the words rather illegibly written, Keiron Bunsey, future fortune forecaster, ghost conversationalist, and cosmic gem expert. Now, Keiron, before I press you on these horrendously suspicious claims, what's in that sack?
Oh,
It's moving!
yes. Now, don't be alarmed.
It's not a badger, is it?
No, this is something that I found in an old abandoned toy shop. And I was hoping to sell it, but I'm considering...
Well, what's in it?
It's probably...
Keiron, it's moving!
Yes, I know. Yes, it does do. And sorry about the funny noises. I'm considering throwing it off a bridge at some point.
That would possibly...
It's,
That would possibly be a good idea. Just put it under that stool for now.
Oh, yes.
Put it out of the way. Put a coat over
There's
it.
some cakes.
Oh, forget the cakes. Keiron, do tell us, because I'm reasonably intrigued. Where did this inspiration come from for you to suddenly have these mystic abilities? Was it some form of religious enlightenment, or have you always had spirits inside you?
What happened was I was in a public house at about...
That's a surprise.
It was around Christmas time.
3 a.m. was it?
Oh, probably. And that time I just felt the spirits really revolving.
You probably
round.
would in a public house at 3 a.m.
Now listen, you. I'm a spiritual fellow
don't
now.
look
I
it.
can say that with assured assurance, and I can override any feeling that you are trying to torture me with the dangers of the. Gosh, I nearly went. Then what was the question?
I'll offer you a steady hand. Keiron, please tell us, how did it feel, not just then when you nearly fell down, I mean when you got this sudden burst of mystic inspiration, were you overcome with a hot feeling, a cold feeling? Did you collapse? Did you start talking in a different voice?
I started talking in a different voice. I collapsed.
You've just stole that
I had
after
a
what
hot
I said.
feeling and a cold feeling, and that's basically how it was.
Anything else other than what I just said?
I can remember where I was anyway. I was at my mum's house.
I thought you were in the pub.
My mum lives in a pub. Lives above the pub.
What does she do?
So-
Come downstairs in the morning and say, give me a pint or I'll play up.
She had just fallen asleep. I was just finishing off this bottle of sherry, and I suddenly realised I know what I want to do.
Open another bottle of sherry by the sound of it.
A feeling fell on me, like
Your mum in a pub.
No, like dandelion clocks in the summer breeze. And this voice...
What was this voice then?
The voice came from the Shrew of Truth.
The Shrew of Truth. Right.
Yes, the Shrew of Truth appeared, and he was sitting on my shoulder.
Classic place to sit.
And the Shrew of Truth he whispered in my ear.
What did he whisper?
Keiron, buy a van.
How about that?
The thing was, you see, I already had a van, so I was one step ahead of the Shrew of Truth.
One small step for Keiron.
I thought, I'll wait. I will wait for the next miraculous sign. And one came only 4 hours later, when I was sitting in the back of the van.
What were you up to in there? Trying to go to sleep?
No, not quite. It was Boxing Day morning, about 3 a.m. And my mother had thrown...
Up?
No, my mother had thrown...
Not at 2 a.m. she threw up.
My mother had thrown me out
Oh.
because she'd awoken from
Sounds like you get
underneath the piano,
Okay.
banged her noggin, and I needed to use the lavatory, but the pub toilets were full of people sleeping.
Okay.
So I decided it was best to go in the back of the van.
And what happened?
Well, this is when the second of the 3 thingies happened.
This is the 3 miracles of the sherry bottle.
Basically, I was...
Get to the point, Keiron, for goodness sake.
It's my van, and I can do what I like in it, right?
Right.
And after I'd finished, I had the second revelation.
I get your gist. So this was number 2. Number 2 in the back of the van.
This revelation descended on me like dandelion
clocks.
clocks.
The first message was buy a van.
Yeah.
You'd got one.
Well, yes, it told me...
Be regular.
It told me go to Castleford, it said.
Right. Were you already in Castleford?
No, I was in Towley.
Towley? Oh, well, they're linked by the same A road.
So I drove to Towley.
I thought you were in Towley and you were driving to Castleford.
I drove to Castleford, yes, that's it.
This story's got more holes than a Swiss cheese.
Oh dear, nearly went then.
No,
dear. Do you know what I did as soon as I got to Castleford? I mean Towley.
You hadn't... No, Castleford. It was Castleford.
Yes, it was.
I think it was anyway. I'm not trying to put words in your mouth, Keiron.
I just haven't got a clue where I was.
No, don't fall.
I'm all right.
I think I need to prop you up with a stick or something. Actually, lean back on that clothes pole. That'll sort you out. That's it. That's got you sorted. So, Keiron, you got to Castleford and then what did you do? I assume you had another vision in the back of the van.
Well, I parked the van.
Where did you park?
In Castleford.
Through the front window of a shop?
No, not this time, no. I just parked outside, and it was outside of a music shop, actually. And I looked at the window of the shop, and I thought, I'm going to smash that window and steal the trumpet that had caught my eye.
As if you didn't already have enough
was
problems.
so
We've now
shiny.
got a smash and grab.
I could have walked through the whole of the town carrying the trumpet.
Slowly walked.
And people would have stopped and pointed at me and said...
Look, there's a criminal covered in sick.
Well, no, look.
They would have said that.
That fella's got a trumpet. He must be a trumpeter.
I think that's optimistic.
Well, anyway,
I think they'd have said many other things.
I was
before
standing
they
in
got
front
there.
of this music shop, and the sun, you know what I mean?
Yes, I do know what the sun
The
is.
sun began to rise in the sky like a scene off a very good tin of biscuits.
And it was then that the third and final revelation came?
No, it was then that I fainted on the pavement.
No surprise there.
I woke up in a policeman's cell.
Can I just ask, what was the Shrew of Truth doing at this moment? He's been absent for the past hour or so.
Well-
was he in the cell with you, or in a different cell
No,
on the
he
mouse
was not
wing?
absent. No, he was with me as he always is.
He's not there now.
Well, you can't see him. He was on my shoulder. He appears
quite a lot of bird muck on
out
your
of
shoulder.
thin air, and don't you dare make fun of him and his ways.
Why, what's he going to do? Get me?
The Shrew of Truth has a stick with a pin on end, and he'll jab you with it.
Assaulted by a non-existent invisible shrew.
He's not non-existent. He is as real as I am. And in fact, I have a Polaroid snap taken of me somewhere to prove that I'm real. And I was going to put it on a Christmas card, but I couldn't.
You were going to put it on Christmas cards if you had any friends. Keiron, to try and drag you back to describing something even remotely plausible, how did this third revelation occur? Let's get down to the facts.
It descended on me like dandelion.
Dandelion clocks. Oh my goodness.
And a voice said, Keiron, run. Get. Up.
I can hear it now.
No, that's me doing the voice.
Yes, I know.
Get up. Get up. And I was thinking all day, get up. What could this mean?
What did it mean?
Well, I thought, I'm going to get up. I will go to the highest place on Earth, which is, of course, the top of the Blackpool Tower.
I love
And
Blackpool.
I went into the Tower Ballroom, and I thought, as long as I'm in the highest place on Earth, I don't actually have to be at the top of the thing, do I?
Lateral thinking from Keiron.
Is it? And
Trust me, it is.
all the lights came up around the organ.
Beautiful.
The organist began to play.
Are you all right?
Well, this is music. I'm doing music.
Oh, that's music, is it? I thought you were
Yes.
going to be sick.
Do you know what music sounds
Yes,
like?
I'm aware of music.
Well, I started to dance.
Did you?
I'm not going to do it now.
No, please don't. Not propped up on that clothes peg, anyway.
All at once, I heard a sound. Get out. Stop where you are, you. We are coming to fetch you. Don't move. Get out.
Isn't that a contradictory order?
Well,
Don't move, stop. Don't.
what had happened? I'd broken into the ballroom.
You're not.
The organist I saw wasn't there. That was actually an apparition, or probably someone's memory from childhood. So I ended up in another cell.
You're doing quite a cell-hopping tour of Northern England, Keiron.
Well, the coppers, they grilled me right good and proper, did they?
Why?
Well, I said to them...
Oh, obviously, because you've broken into the Tower Hall.
Yes, but it was more serious than that.
Okay.
I said, I've murdered 4 people.
What?
I've murdered John Wayne, Corporal Jones, Cleopatra, and Postman Pat.
What a Merry Christmas they had there.
I murdered 4 people as I came in that there ballroom. I cut them in pieces.
How could you do such a hideous thing? You should be deported on a grotty boat to Australasia, or at least hanged.
Well,
I doubt it. The law's pants these days, isn't it? You can't put them away for out.
yeah, well, that was actually misconstrued.
How?
Because what had actually happened, I was meaning to get around today and explain what I did. You see, I was very drunk. In fact, I was ever so drunk.
I think you should just change that to I am very drunk.
When I was in the Tower Ballroom, and I
Okay.
did break in. I'm very sorry about doing that in such a lovely, holy place as Blackpool.
I love
But
Blackpool.
in my defence, I was merely visiting the highest place in the world. Now, it turned out that the 4 people I murdered were just polystyrene mannequin things with hats on and...
So it soon came to light that you'd not killed anybody, you'd just cut these polystyrene figurines up in smithereens.
No, I cut them up in the ballroom.
Right. You're probably still listening to the Sir Bernard Moore Show. Please bear with me. Keiron, to try and get back on track, what's all this about you now being a clairvoyant medium? Where has all this come from?
I've
Start again.
What? From the very start?
No, just...
Well, you see, this was all arose because I've been going around grabbing people and
Oh, dear.
holding them down.
You better not do that
and
to me.
telling them what
I know
happened to me.
karate.
And people have responded in different ways.
As they would.
Some people have said that I must have this
Get off me, you're drunk.
a spiritual connection to the apheous world, to the invisibus.
So you can't foretell the future, talk to ghosts, or relay the mysteries of the cosmos by staring at a bag of multicoloured gravel?
Now, wait a minute, I'm not saying that I can't, because I haven't actually tried yet.
Well, then you can you?
You can't say that!
I can say that. I can conclusively say that.
No, you can't!
Hush now. Hello? Mother?
I can see you shouting. What's going on? Are you alright?
Oh, it's you. I'm a little riled. Kieran's telling tall tales.
Well, what do you expect? He's a ruddy Bunsey, the oldest work clearance.
Look, I want you over here in the next 5 minutes to get this room cleaned up. It's like a pigsty.
I'm not doing that.
Fine. Don't do it then. We'll start looking for another job on Monday.
Right, yeah, I'll do it. I'm coming now. Don't go anywhere. I'm coming now.
You're always trying to drag me down, aren't you?
No, I'm not at all, Keiron. Really, I'm not. I just wish you'd be more realistic with your prospects.
Well, I'm not.
No, and that's your downfall.
Now, I'm going to go and get a Pisces Deluxe. So
if you're going, could I put in an order for 2, please? 2.
Two
Pisces Deluxes.
2 Pisces.
I can freeze 1, you see.
You could enjoy them at a later date if they
Yes.
had been frozen in the freezer.
Probably at the swimming baths whilst Mother has her lesson.
Now, I can't swim. However, I am buoyant.
Buoyant is one way to put it, Keiron. Disastrously obese would be another. Ladies and gentlemen, listening at home or in the car, if you're as gullible as Keiron would like to believe you are, and if for whatever reason you feel the inclination to witness his fondling of cosmic gravel whilst chatting to a Polaroid of an invisible mouse, then if you can find him, I'm sure he'll be round and about in northern England, occupying a cell somewhere.
You will have to come with me to the shop because I'm unsteady on my legs today.
Right, Ogre. Good job I've got me going out trainers on. Be careful on the step. Be careful on the very
I feel better after that. Oh, heck, it smells in here. Come on. What's that? Moving! Oh! Get back! Get back! Get away! Get away! Margaret! Maggie, stop!
How silly of you, Keiron, to forget the creepy sack you found in an old abandoned toy shop. Oh, my goodness!
Oh, no! Maggie, stop! Just let the wretched thing loose! Get away from me! Get away from me!
He appears to be being chased around the room by a clockwork Victorian doll.
Make it stop! Make it stop! Bandit! Ah!
That's how we deal with that. That'll teach you to keep your hands off another man's sack. Now, you get this room cleaned up, bozo, or you'll be taking a hike.
All right, yeah.
Come on, get with it, get with it.
The Pisces Deluxe.
Oh, yes, me and Keiron are off for a Pisces Deluxe.
Yeah, Bob.
Oh, you F off.
Yeah, Bob.
F off.
Hoovering up the remain of a clockwork Victorian doll. Hoovering up the remains of a clockwork Victorian doll. Oh, I accidentally released it from a sack and then burned it out to shoot it in the face. Hoovering up the remains of a clockwork Victorian of a clockwork Victorian doll. Oh. Right, bucket of biscuits.